Growing up, there has been a number of crime incidents from all kinds of people. People would look at you and think, because you are different, you are wrong, that you are something that needs to be changed, to be fixed.
A lot of the time it's verbal abuse. They would call me names and all sorts, but sometimes it escalates and things get violent.
Day to day, I would be scared of going into school. My mum would need to rush me out before it got too late.
Usually, I would take the long way round just so I could avoid them. At school, there's no hiding. They're everywhere.
I'd spend my lunchtime in the library so they couldn't hassle me.
But between lessons or walking through the corridor, that's when they all would get me.
One time, they would force me into the bathroom where they would take my bag. They started calling me names like terrorist and bomber.
They said they had to check my bag, see if I had any bomb-making stuff. Then they just started punching me and beating me up.
I like to dress in a certain way. I like wearing dark clothing and a bit of jewellery, having my own style.
But not a lot of people see it like that. They see me wearing full black with rings on, and they think I'm some kind of freak.
I was in a lesson and these kids behind me were throwing pens at me. I tried to ignore it, but they started calling me emo.
Saying I should show them my scars and asking why I hadn't killed myself yet.
I started tearing up. It was just really difficult to hear.
One time during PE, I was in the changing rooms and I have a scar on my arm from an operation many years ago.
I was changing and one of the other guys saw it and he instantly went for me.
Saying, "Look at emo boy, he's been cutting himself again." They grabbed me, made sure everyone could see, and they all joined in.
I just ran out of the room. I couldn't take it.
Sometimes you would have to be careful who you could trust. Sometimes your friends may seem like they're friendly, but really they're hurting you and they're just not trustworthy.
I had to come out when I was 14 and I told my best friend at the time. I thought I could trust her, but as soon as I told her, she just freaked out.
She started calling me lesbo, asking me to stay away from her.
That I must have pretended to be friends with her just so I could get with her. So I'd left, feeling really hurt that the one person I thought I could trust was completely the opposite.
The next day I came to school and before I knew it, everyone knew. People were throwing comments at me, calling me dyke, giving me dirty look.
I went to the bathroom to hide away from it, but then in came my friend with a group of others.
She told them I was trying to screw her for mums and that I was not to be trusted.
I tried to speak up for myself, saying that wasn't the case, but she then punched me in the face, leaving me with a broken nose.
One time, I was walking home from school and this gang started following me.
They started shouting at me, calling me names like retard and mom, and then they caught up with me.
They pushed me to the floor saying I was nothing, that I didn't belong here and I should just die.
Then, one of them took out an aerosol can with a lighter and they sprayed me with fire.
Caught my jacket, which set alight, and all I could do was take off and make a run for it.
They started laughing, no remorse or anything.
Any crime committed against someone because of their disability, gender identity, race, religion or belief, or sexual orientation is a hate crime and should be reported, either direct to the police or through True Vision. This includes threatening behaviour, assault, damage to property and harassment. To find out more about hate crime and how to recognise and report it, visit Local Heroes at www.lhdiversity.org. Be a hero. Call Time Out on hate crime.